Hello, and welcome to Your Vote Counts, a public, informational, nonpartisan program that's designed to get the public acquainted with the candidates vying for this 2024 primary election with the local races of Salem Mayor, Salem City Council, Marion County Commissioner, and Polk County Commissioner. These interviews come to you through the producers at Capital Community Media, with collaboration on questions from the American Association of University Women and the League of Women Voters of Marion and Polk counties. All candidates for these races were invited, and all but one chose to participate. Candidates did not receive the questions that were designed and created by League of Women Voters ahead of time. The candidates were invited to prepare a 2-minute opening telling us something about their biographical information and their qualifications for the race. And they are also going to be able to share with us a 2-minute closing of any kind of remarks they wish and possibly what their priorities are if elected. I'm Bernadine Anderson from the League of Women Voters of Marion and Polk counties. I have the pleasure of introducing Lyle Mordhorst, who is running for Polk County Commissioner, Position 1. Candidate Mordhorst, welcome, and we look forward to hearing your opening remarks.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me and providing this for the public to see and learn a little bit about us. So I'm Lyle Mordhorst. I'm current county commissioner. I was appointed in 2019. Prior to that, I worked 35 years for Schwab Tires. I was the manager of the West Salem Schwab branch from 1990 to 2000 or to 2019, so for 21 years. And I was very involved in the local community in West Salem and the city of Salem. I was appointed in 2019. I was reelected, or not reelected, I was elected in 2020, and now I'm currently going for my reelection. I'm 66 years old, been married for 43 years. My wife and I own a small business still. We have 2 boys. They're doing a great job getting through this world and making their own way. Very proud of them. But when I came on board, I wanted to make sure that transportation, getting people to and from their work, community involvements, economic, viable communities, and just protect the main streets. Main streets are the backbone of our communities. They're the ones that pay for our Little League and all of that stuff. Support our local nonprofits. Without them, we'd be lost. So today, I'm coming here for this interview and looking forward to it. In transportation, public safety, broadband, that's kind of been my focus for over these past 5.5 years. But yeah, I'm interested in get started in the questions.
Okay, that's what we'll do. So thanks. And we do want to hear your views on the questions. And so we'll jump right in. So our first question today, what is the Willamette Community Action Agency, and can you tell us about some of the current projects?
Sure, that is the outreach for our homeless here in Marion and Polk County. It goes into Salem, and we've partnered really well with them in Polk County as well. They have arches, they've daycare, youth, small toddler programs. They do so many things. They provide a lot of homeless housing for veterans and our homeless outreach groups. They are just amazing. I served on their board for 2 years, and I still was learning all of the areas and things that they do. But they do a great outreach for our community. They have made a difference in our homeless, even though sometimes we all see it and we still wonder, but they do make a difference in what they do.
Is there a site in Polk County, a specific business site, agency site that people turn to?
We have the Family Community Outreach. We built a brand new building in Monmouth on the S-curves there right behind the new Ross store. And Community Action Agency is one of our partner agencies in there. They partner with us with a lot of nonprofits. We call it the one-stop shop. You walk in there, you can get rental assistance, you can get power assistance, you can get food, diapers, clothing, abuse. We can set you up for substance abuse, alcoholism. No matter what you're facing, you can go to that one site and we will find you help. So you can walk in with challenges, and hopefully when you walk out, you're going to be a better person and in a better position.
Thank you. You touched on this, and maybe you can expand a bit. What progress is being made on the establishment of Polk County shelters for the unhoused?
So we team up with every housing aspect in Polk County. Right now I'm drawing a blank. It's amazing. We started a veterans house. And I'm just senior moment, I'm drawing a blank the name of it, but we house 5 veterans at a time. It's temporary housing. We get them back on the feet. We get them their GEDs, their driver's license, whatever they need to do, what challenge to get back into society so they get to work, get a job, and get their own apartment buildings. But it's a rolling 5 bedrooms. I think we've got 5 or 6 success stories that are now have jobs and have their own apartments. We work with Community Housing Consortium. We have lots of families that we focus on that are near homeless. So we will pay their rent for a month. We'll pay their heating bills for a couple of months. We get them into CHIP or food or Oregon Health Association to keep them housed before they become homeless. It's so much less expensive, and it's so much more traumatic for the youth and the kids to keep them in the house where they're at and involved and with all their friends that they're used to, rather than see them homeless. And then you have a major problem trying to find it. But we've got a church that we modeled an old building there where we can get 2 families housed temporarily until we can get them more permanent, get them back on their feet. There's all kinds of reasons people become homeless or have challenges.
Thank you. Switching to a different population, what is the working relationship between Polk County and the Grand Ronde Nation? What do you see as the most important shared issues?
So we do a lot with the Grand Ronde Nation. We have the sanitary district, so we take care of the septic system out there for them, for a lot of the community. I work right with John Mercier, the Public Works Director, on all the traffic and issues. We're working on a huge interchange project right now where 18 and 22 come together right in front of the casino. That is one of the major safety concerns. If there's a wreck, especially a fatality, there's no bypass way around that, so it literally stops the entire region. So it's a regional thing, but and then we just really work closely together in so many aspects. It's just a great relationship.
Great. Turning to you as an individual, as a commissioner, what are your particular interests, strengths, if you will, in the various county areas of responsibility?
So my number one thing is transportation. I've helped create a great relationship with ODOT. We meet with them regularly on all the projects. When I came in 2019, they were finishing up the first half of the Bethel Heights Highway 99W project, where they put a new box culvert, and they'll be installing new turn lanes. That was the only project at the time. The rest of them were all shelved for different reasons and literally lack of agreement on the projects. So I had to do a little bit of relationship damage control and show them that we are here to help them overcome the challenges for these issues on these projects. On the Highway 2251 project, they found a landslide area, so their geotech and engineers just said, this is done, we can't do anything, and it got shelved. When we got a new Region 2 director, a gentleman named John Hustis came in, and he kind of challenged me on this, and our 2 staffs were kind of at odds, an argument from prior leadership. And we both agreed that we're going to not listen to them. We'll work together, and then we'll bring our staffs together. And that's kind of how we attacked it. John found that it wasn't, the project wasn't killed. It was just shelved because of that challenge. And he challenged his engineers. This is no reason to kill a project. This is a reason to mitigate it. We're engineers. Let's find a way around it. Since that time, we've gotten 7-8 years worth of work done in the last 5 years. It's nearing the 15% completion. We should have it there by July this year. Then it's going to go to what's called the NEP Act, and the National Environmental Protection Act. For about a year, they'll review it for all the environmental things, and then it'll come back to us in about a year. In the meantime, ODOT staff continue doing some of the finer design projects or aspects of the project. And then I'm hoping within 2 years we'll have what's called design acceptance phase. And then we can start getting funding and start working on the project. So it's really, we've came a long ways. And also with that relationship, we now have 6 projects going throughout Polk County. That one's under construction, 2 are funded all the way through design, 2 through construction, and then the other 2 are just in design phase. So it's pretty exciting. I feel very happy. Public safety is another avenue that is got my heartstrings. COVID really put a big challenge. The police officers stepped back. They didn't want to have any personal contact with people. We were all scared. Nobody understood it. But our businesses were literally getting robbed at will because when they got caught, the people were cite and released. So it got to the point where they would say, okay, here, arrest me. Well, they would never would. So I worked with the judges, our DA, and our local police officers, sheriff, and I just brought this challenge to them. We need to get our jails open and hold these people accountable because Main Street's just getting robbed blind. And we've all seen it. It's in every community in Marion and Polk County. Windows being busted. It was just a very challenging time. And our sheriff and his jail staff created a program. So now when we catch him, we bring him in. And it really helped in reduce that. And we're still facing those challenges today. And we're working on them. But it's nice knowing that we are moving forward. And people, when you make bad mistakes, you're going to spend some time somewhere.
Yes. Perfect lead into our next question, because you have alluded to these cooperative situations with various agencies and workers in the county. So this question asks you to expand on that a bit. Could you discuss what has promoted this positive interaction between the commissioners and these various department heads?
I think, well, first off, our department heads have open access to our offices at any time. We know them all individually. They all have our cell phones. We work with them on a daily basis. So, and we have some of the finest department heads in the state. They are, it's just a privilege to go to work and work with them on a daily basis. So if they have challenges, they call and talk to us. It's not like we're going to demean them or anything. We're here to help. And we're here as a team to make it better for the people who live in our county. And that's the goal of a commissioner, and that's the goal of the Polk County staff. We work hard to get your answer to it, or your answer to your question is a yes.
Good. One of the areas that counties are responsible for is public health. So what do you see as the role of the county in addressing those public health issues?
So we have, that's public health and public behavior is our biggest departments. And we work really well with nonprofits, low-income families, and just make sure it's just like COVID, where we had no idea how it was. We had to take over, coordinate the outreach for the vaccines, how to get them, where to put them. I mean, that's what the county is. We had to take control in an emergency situation. And that's what the county, that's our job.
Are there obstacles to facilitating these things that you feel most strongly about?
I don't call them obstacles. There's always possibilities and challenges, but every time it's always an opportunity to make it better. When you hear something that you can't, that's not a word we accept. It's how are we going to get there? Well, let's get it. And let's do it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
When you think of these challenges that you've addressed and their possible solutions, of all of those, are there any that you don't think are being addressed or at the level you think they should be addressed, or do they need a different approach?
I think a challenge that we face is unmandated laws and programs instituted by the state. I think that is something that's out of our control, but we have to address. And I think that's something that, as a state, we need to take a look at. When a law is passed or mandates are sent down, funding is required. We don't have the budgets to accept new programs without funding. We are very limited like everyone else. So we're all for working together as a team, and sometimes on the state legislature, they forget that.
I can understand that. You've mentioned law enforcement, and you've mentioned during COVID some of the challenges. What concerns do you think currently face law enforcement in Polk County?
Some of the tools they need to do their job, and some of the questions that are arising from the new reform on Measure 110. If we're going to fix homeless and drug addiction, we got to do it at the core, and that is, now drugs are illegal, but what are we going to do to enforce that? And they still haven't really instated all of the tools the officers need to make that a total success. This is a great start, and we're working really hard. Sheriff and his staff, they're amazing. Our deputies do a great job. Local police do a great job. But we need to give them and their judges more tools to enact it and enforce it even more. We got to hold people accountable. It's the only way we're going to stop it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So now, Candidate Mordhorst, you are invited to share your 2-minute closing. We're already at that spot. And any comments about further goals for this office if you're elected, or any other areas you wish to make remarks concerning?
Well, thank you. And I hope my last 5.5 years, people seen that I'm a person that gets things done. And I also understand you don't do it alone, you do it with people. You need to create coalitions that people are smarter and they have access to areas you don't. So that creates a better team atmosphere. You can go so much farther with more than you can by yourself. Highway 22 and 51 was one of my main projects. I want to see this to get through to that design acceptance phase. We have a great team on it. I want to keep that going. That's one of the main reasons why I'm running for re-election. And next is the relationships that I've established over these past 5 years. Now I have a good grasp of what we're doing in the county, the directions we want to go, the challenges we're facing, and I really believe that we are making a difference. From public safety to broadband, half of the county, rural county, did not have any broadband in 2019. And today, I'm proud to say, teaming up with the ARPA funds we got from the federal money, we used it to team up with the local providers from wireless to fiber, and we brought now over 96% of the people in Polk County have access to broadband. And that connects everything. It opens our business up for world markets. Our students can do their homework from home instead of sitting in a car at the library. Our businesses can have contacts and orders, and that's what makes the world go round, is this electric world. If you don't have the contacts, we're really challenged. So, and I just asked for your vote. You can go to lyleforpolk.com is my website, and I'd love to have your endorsement. If you have any questions, you can call me at my cell phone, and it's on the website, 503-930-0548. And thank you.
Thank you very much. We enjoyed your time with us and sharing your thoughts and getting better acquainted. I also want to thank Capital Community Media for their extensive technology and producer skills that were used to create this program. Thank you to the League of Women Voters of Marion and Polk Counties for the design and preparation of the program. And thanks to you, the public, for watching in order to become a more informed voter. For more local, state, and national voter information on candidates and ballot measures, please visit vote411.org after April 15th, when candidate data will be posted. You have until April 30th to register to vote or to make any changes to your current registration. The ballots go out May 1st and will be accepted and counted if postmarked before or on May 21st. Our elections matter at all levels. Remember to vote, because your vote counts.